We're continuing our women's focus on this Sunday. We spoke with Kim Ryder from the Women's Winter Adventures. If you want to get out there and enjoy those women's winter adventures, but also be in the best women's-specific gear, you got to stop by Outdoor Divas here in Lions Head. How are you doing this morning, Lauren?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing lovely. We got post-powder day today. We got powder day tomorrow.
I know.
My gosh.
The Uller is being great to us. We have an exciting week of snow ahead. That's awesome.
Yeah, thanks to Breckenridge. They just had their Uller Festival like 2 weeks ago. So thanks, guys.
Yep, that's awesome. It is delivering, so we're happy.
And the key way to really maximize your enjoyment on the mountain is to make sure you have the best fitting and most comfortable boots out there. And you've got some great boot fitting tips for us today.
Yeah, so today we're going to talk a little bit about boot fitting. And, you know, we are the experts in women's boot fitting. We've been doing it for over 15 years. And, you know, a couple key tips that we want to talk about is first thing, most importantly, when you get into a ski boot, no matter whether you're renting or you own a pair, is there should be nothing inside the ski boot except one good medium to lightweight ski sock. So no base layers down in there. They should be rolled up, or there's lots of base layers on the market that come just to the top of the boot, and nothing else should be inside the boot because it's an issue. It can cause an issue where you have rubbing or pressure points because you've got a base layer that's all bunched up and you know, matted up in there that can cause problems. So just don't do it. You'll be much more comfortable. You won't notice any difference in warmth or anything like that. So that's number one. If you are in the market for new boots and you're coming in to see a boot fitter like us, we always recommend bring your old equipment with you. Bring your old boots if you have them. We can definitely learn things from, you know, what you used to be in, whether it worked or didn't work. We can take a look and see, and it'll give us some direction when we're trying to find new stuff for you. Other thing is your skis. You need them, number one. If you find new boots, they need to get adjusted, so you absolutely need those skis in there. Also, here at Outdoor Divas, we understand that, like, the boot is one piece of the puzzle to having a good boot fit. Picking out the right boot, getting the right insole, those are important pieces of the puzzle, but your bindings actually play an important role in kind of the entire package of boots and bindings, creating a system that can either put you in a great balance position, or put you out of a good balance position. And so we always want to look at those bindings and make sure that we're not going to affect the boot fit in a negative way by clipping it into a binding that's going to put you in a bad balance position. So that's another kind of key part of our boot fitting process, and definitely something that, you know, if somebody owns a great pair of boots but feels like, oh, maybe something's a little off, maybe we could be a little bit better, we'd love to look at it. We can look at the system all together, take all pieces into account, and make sure, you know, there isn't any changes we could do to make things a little bit better for people. You know, I get a lot of customers who are like, do you only fit new boots? No. If you have a pair of boots that you like, but you want to make them a little bit better, we can always take a look and see what things we can do to just optimize the fit for, you know, your type of skiing and where you're at in your, you know, ski career. So we'd love to do that. Another thing in the realm of boot fitting is, you know, what are you doing for a ski sock? Do you have the appropriate weight? Is it super thick? Are you wearing two ski socks? You know, those are things that having a good weight ski sock that's appropriate for the way the boot fits can also make a huge difference. A lot of people tend to have the impression that a super thick sock is going to keep them warm. It's not always the case. So
never the case, really.
Yeah. If you have a snug fitting boot and you jam a thick sock in there and you take up all the available space, now you can't wiggle your toes to keep that circulation going to your toes, which is what keeps you warm. So often switching to a slightly thinner sock can a lot of times be a lot warmer. You can always add boot heaters if you constantly struggle with the cold. Sometimes it's a great investment. They work. You can take them from boot to boot as you change boots, you move the boot heaters over to new models, and, you know, so they're very versatile and a great investment if you constantly struggle with cold feet. And
Lauren, holy cow.
Yeah, so there's a lot to talk about.
That was an incredible amount of tips and knowledge. That's, I mean, proof positive right there. If you are a female in Vail right now, you've got to get to Outdoor Divas, the absolute expert here, Lauren. Thank you so much for all those great boot fitting tips.
Thanks for having me this morning.
Oh, of course.
I hope you get out to ski.
Oh, you better believe it. I'll be out there. All right. So Outdoor Divas, it's located very conveniently in Lion's Head. As you're making your way from the parking structure to the Eagle Bond gondola, just look to the left, right when you kind of pass the bus stop, and you'll see Outdoor Divas here in the corner. Stop by and say hi to Lauren. They are the women's gear experts in town. And coming up next, we've got our own woman, Claire, live in Beaver Creek on our First Chair Reports.